welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video shout out goes to Charlie Thigpen? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm thinking Thigpen, maybe you don't pronounce the G, I don't know, but Charlie, thank you so much for your super sweet comments. They have meant so much to me. I love that you love watching my videos and that you want me to keep doing what I'm doing, so thank you so much, and for becoming a new fawn. That means everything. And to answer your question about the Limelight highlighters, no, it's not. It's actually funny because I think you asked me if it's putty like the Kylie wet set. Yeah, you did! And this video is actually on the Kylie Take Me on Vacation collection with what I could get from that collection. And it's not like that putty wet set. It's just, it has like the one shade has this like slip to it that just makes it like, I don't even know how to describe it. Some highlights just have this like wetness to them where it's not putty. You can't like push it. They're not like a wet highlight. There's just a slip to it where it's not liquid. It's not cream. It's like almost borderline putty, but it's not putty at all. It just has this really nice slip to it, which I think is great for the blue shade because it makes it less like blue and in your face, and it just gives it more of a wet finish type of effect. Like Natasha Denona has some wet type of cream highlights, but they make it a wet effect on your cheek. So it's really hard to explain without actually touching it, but it's not like the wet set at all. It just has like the slip to the texture. So I hope that answers it, but thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of this Fawn Squad community. I also want to give an extra shout out to Laura, Lily, and oh my goodness, I'm so sorry right now. Julie, guys, I've had a horrible migraine. I couldn't film yesterday because my migraine was so bad, and right now I'm still suffering. It's not as bad, but I still have a bad headache, so I'm sorry, bear with me. But you three girls, thank you so much for coming to my defense on my new Jeffree Star Cosmetics video where some girls were attacking my intro and telling me that I have like a 58-minute intro. Another person said it's 8 minutes long, and telling like just, you know what I'm talking about. And for you three girls to come to my defense meant so much to me. You so didn't have to do that, and I appreciate it more than I can possibly tell you. You know how much I love you girls. Julie, I know that you are much more of a silent fawn, but I know why. And Lily and Laura, you girls know how much I freaking love you. And I know anybody else, like I know Sadi and like oh my goodness, Candace, like there's so many of you who would have jumped on if you would have seen the comments too, but it happened so far after posting it. You guys had already watched the video, but it's just, to wrap it up, I just want to thank you girls so much. You didn't have to do that, and it really meant a lot to me, so just thank you. I really appreciate it. So this video is on the new Kylie Cosmetics Take Me on Vacation collection, and you guys, overall, it's really crappy. You'll see throughout the video all of the pros and cons. I don't want to get into it right now in the intro because I don't want the intro to be too long, because you'll see it in action and why so many of the products are really crappy. And I'm so disappointed because her last few launches I have been so in love with. Like the last, oh my gosh, I loved her peach palette, her blushes, her highlights, and then when she did the collab with Kim Kardashian on the lip cremes, I loved those. So those 4 were huge hits. I was so excited to get this collection in, and they don't perform well. The highlight that I'm wearing from it is the Santorini loose powder, and it is blinding, but it's a loose powder, so I mean you have to like wet your brush, and it's finicky, and so you know it is very, very time consuming to work with. But my issue with it is that despite wetting it, there's still so much fallout that does not brush away. So when I went to use it to highlight my inner corners, I had so much fallout, and it just doesn't brush away like Artist Couture does, for instance, with a loose powder highlight formula. The palette itself is horrible. These eyeshadows suck. The colors look nice. Wait till you see it in action. The lip toppers are beautiful. They cannot be worn over a liquid lip. They like start meshing with the liquid lip, and they transfer to the teeth so badly. They need to be worn on their own. I have not tested it over a lipstick. I think that over a lipstick it might be okay, but so many lip toppers now perform well over a liquid lip without breaking the formula apart and transferring to the teeth. You'll see what I'm talking about. There are just so many cons in this. It is unbelievable. But all 3 highlight shades in the loose shimmer ones that I swatched for you, I only put 1 to the test on my face, but all 3 swatches are beautiful. It's just the amount of money she's charging is absurd for the performance of all of these items. I cannot wrap my mind around it. It is so ridiculous. I so wish I could return this palette and get my money back. I would even return the loose shimmer highlights, because I can't remember exactly how expensive those ones were in comparison to Artist Couture, but Artist Couture is expensive, but I think she's charging Artist Couture prices, and it is just not comparable to Artist Couture at all. And I'll end up using it for shoulder highlights and on my chest, because the fallout is absurd. Like, just absurd. And I will never use this again unless you guys pick it up and ask for some tutorial requests. Otherwise, this sucks. The lip toppers, I will use them just as a lip gloss, because I can't even put it over a liquid lip. And I mean, you guys, I'll stop. You guys will see everything in action and what I'm talking about as we go along, and see my swatches and how patchy, flaky, dry, not blendable the eyeshadows are. I couldn't believe it. She took like 10 steps backwards with this collection, and I honestly don't know if I'm going to buy from Kylie Cosmetics anymore, because I spent so much money on this, and it is just so bad. So bad. And you guys know I really hate doing bad reviews, but I'm going to give it to you straight up. And if you couldn't get your hands on it, you saved money. Like, I have such a pit in my stomach over the amount of money I spent on this collection and where else it could have gone. And the fact that she doesn't take returns just really irritates me, because there's just now, I thought since the release of her peach palette, you know, she finally nailed it, because there's always going to be hiccups when you launch a new makeup line and you're learning. Like, I totally understood it, you know, along the way that things were rocky for her, but when she finally got a formulation down pat, you would think that from that point on things should be consistent. And if this is what is good. This is worse than drugstore. And it was like $62, 60. I don't even, it was so expensive for what this is garbage. This is garbage. I'm so mad because I can't return it. And it's so bad. So you guys, do not waste your money. I'm telling you, the fallout, even just like the eyeshadow fallout itself too, once you get to the lower lash line and then trying to wipe away that fallout. I don't know, you'll just, I hope you guys stick with it and watch this in action, because you are going to be blown away at how horrific this performs. And I should grab, I don't, hold on. Okay, it was bothering me. I had to pull it up online. This palette is $52 before taxes. That is more expensive than Anastasia. Anastasia palettes are not more than $45. And the quality is like a dollar store makeup versus Natasha Denona difference. It is that astronomical in quality. And they're not even glued in right. They move. The brush it came with is crap. It is so bad. And I just double checked. These aren't as bad as I thought they were. These are $14 before taxes, and you get 4 grams. Artist Couture's are $27, and you get 4.5 grams. So, I mean, Artist Couture is definitely still more expensive by $13, and you get half a gram more, but they perform so much better. It is not even funny. But Artist Couture is more expensive, but I mean, it's not cute to walk around with fallout. I will literally never use this for at least inner corner, eyebrow, and then you want I like all my highlights and everything to match, to come together, so I will literally only ever use this again for like a body highlight. And the lip glosses are $15. And like I said, on their own, I still think that these are beautiful. I think this is the only thing in the collection. I did not get my hands on the wet set. It sold out on me during the holding phase, but everything else is crap. So anyway, if you guys want to see my swatches so you can see how chunky and patchy they are, if you want to see them in action, I show you the actual shadows and how much kickback they are, like lightly tapping it in. The shadow goes everywhere. The blendability, the lack of blendability, like it just, you're gonna be blown away by how awful this is. And this was 52. Okay, anyway, so if you want to see all of that, which I strongly urge you to watch if you're considering buying this palette or the highlights, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I got the Take Me on Vacation, as much of the collection that I could grab. I got everything that I wanted from the collection, aside from the wet highlighters. I'm so bummed, you guys. Like, I had the wet highlighters in my cart with the rest of it, the other goodies that I'm about to show you, and I was able to get all of the other stuff that I wanted. But by the time, and I like literally was refreshing my page. I got like instantly on there the moment it launched, and then added everything into my cart, and then was in that holding period that they put you in. But because I added so many items to my cart, you had to keep backing out to go add in more. And now I know with Kylie, I need to have like 2 computers going at the same time and just break the orders apart next time, because then when it was actually into checkout, the wet highlighter was already gone, and I am so bummed. So they said, I'm sorry, it's been sold out. They removed it from the cart, and then I got the rest of the goodies that I wanted to really get my hands on from this collection. So I'm really hoping they restock that. I know that all of these are always limited edition, but she tends to say that and then it's not. So fingers crossed. I wanted that like more than anything else in the collection. I just didn't know that once you're in the holding period with your items, you can lose it too. And I just never had that experience. So I did get the Take Me On Vacation eyeshadow palette. I don't love the packaging right off the bat, but that's because of I just don't like camo, because camo reminds me of hunting, and you guys know I don't like hunting because I'm too much of an animal lover. So I don't like the packaging, and I don't know what camo has to do with summertime. That's like a fall winter thing when you have to wear camo, because that's like when you go hunting. Because this isn't like military camo. I don't know. But anyway, I don't like the packaging before we get into it, but that's personal preference. But I don't like that every time I'm gonna look at this, I get reminded of hunting, because it gives me a headache. And also bear with me, you guys. Yesterday, I was so bummed. I had such an excruciating migraine. I actually had to go for like my heavy hitters. So I'm very tired. I'm completely out of it today. I did receive the new ColourPop Yes Please palette and their highlighting palette. So I will be doing a video on this one hopefully tomorrow. My intent was to do it yesterday, but I spent the day totally in a blackened out room on meds and I could not film. So we are going to unbox this. I did get all 3 of the loose powder highlights. Look like that. And then I was able to get both glitter glosses, which is also what I told you guys, which is also what I was really hoping for. And then her card this time is different, and it's super cool because you hold it and look at that, it winks at you with the one eye, and it's like, doesn't that make you want to be like DJ? But I thought that was really cool, like a really cool touch, because I've never had a card come like that before. And then it says, I couldn't wait to share my new eyeshadows with you. I hope you adore them as much as I do. I love you. Oh my goodness. So this card is super cute, and as you guys know, I like these little touches, but now I feel like a little kid, and this one is so fun. So go Kylie on the card. I love that. Now let's get into this palette. You guys know I have not peeked. It just arrived like an hour and a half ago, so I hopped in the shower. This was actually supposed to come in 2 days. Okay, the camo is not on here. Oh! Yay! It is just on the throwaway, and this is getting thrown away. I told you guys I keep like sleeves in case, you know, it's a palette declutter and I give it away eventually or something, but I cannot handle camo in my house. So if I eventually give this away to somebody, I am very sorry you're not getting the sleeve, because I have a big issue with camo. Oh my god, this makes me so happy. This is just sleek and gold, and it has a cute little, oh my goodness. Why am I having such a hard time? The little bubbles. You guys know what I'm talking about. I told you, I'm out of it. I'm so out of it. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is really nice. One shadow's indented, but this is like a good size. Like off the bat. Okay, what? These shadows are put in here so poorly. The size of the palette, like off the bat, reminds me of Anastasia's palettes, like her Modern Renaissance. It has an awesome size mirror. Look at that. That's huge. But the colors are really pretty. But for instance, this one is ready to come out of the pan or out of the palette altogether. Oh my gosh. This one looks like it's been messed with big time. This one is like overflowing, and do you guys see like this pink, oh my god. Now did I put, no I didn't. This is like really cheaply put in there. Look at the overhang on all of these metals. Plus, a few of these seriously look like they've been touched. Okay, good thing I have I told you I'm so out of it. Makeup sanitizer. This will be getting a spray down. There's like, okay. Aside from that, I'm gonna look at the rest of it. The colors look really nice. I cannot get over this. This was so poorly made. I mean, I love that it folds over. I love the size of it. It feels heavy duty. It has a gorgeous size mirror. Like, this feels sturdy, but I don't know. All right, the transition shades all look great. Like, so awesome. And the colors look gorgeous. I'm so drawn into that blue, but I just did a look with the blue, with a blue. But it comes with a brush too. Let's get into this. Polka dots. That's what I was looking for. Polka dots. Oh my god. I probably shouldn't even be filming. Wow, this is a better brush than her normal brushes. Like, way better. I think actually usable. I have her peach palette one here, and this one was like so stiff, and look at the difference. So she did a much, much better job. I never even bothered cleaning this one because I was like, I'm never using that again. But look at the difference in the size of the bristles. This is a much nicer, fluffy blending brush. And then it's dual-ended where the other one was not. And this one says Kylie Jenner. This one just says Kylie. So she did a much, much better job on the brush. So, I mean, we'll test it out and see how it is. Then let's get into the highlights. Oh my god, no camo. I can't even, you guys don't understand when I opened it and I saw it was camo, I was like I don't even want the collection anymore. Oh my gosh. All right, these ones I'm gonna have to, you can't actually see anything, any kind of colors, so I'll just swatch it when I swatch all of them, because I bet you they are all going to look just like this. But I did get Fiji, Tahiti, and yeah, they all look the same with this kind of bare packaging. And Santorini, that's right, that was the other color. And in case you guys are wondering, I did mean to mention it in a couple of prior videos for you. I did not buy the contour stick from KKW Beauty because I don't like cream contour. So I know when the last launch came with that collab, I had said how I was so excited to see what she has in store for us, and I was hoping it was something to do with like her contouring and highlighting. But if you can buy just the highlight highlight part of the highlight stick. That's like the only thing that I liked in the collection. I don't like cream contour at all, and you get a double-ended one. I don't like the other, like, you know, highlighting right here. I don't do that. I don't like the brushes, that the brush and that tip that it came with. Like, I literally only liked one thing, so I didn't buy it. So I won't have that one to review for you guys. This looks gorgeous. This is Glamour. Ooh, I like this a lot. It smells like, it has like a hint of a candy undertone with the lip gloss smell. Like, it's not bad. It's not like, oh my god, delicious, I want to eat it, like the candy ass from Jeffree Star. But it does smell really pleasant, and it is gorgeous. And then the other shade color was called Glitz. I'm like literally trashing this as I'm opening it. Oh my gosh, this one looks so pretty too. Yeah, these are really, really nice. Like, so nice. So Glamour is way more coral orangey tone, and Glitz has more of a pink rose gold undertone. Those are beautiful lip toppers or just glosses on their own. All right, so I'm going to get to sanitizing the palette, swatching the palette, opening up the highlights, swatching the highlights, and then I will be right back. Okay, these highlights, oh my gosh, she killed it. These are so beautiful, you guys. Like, so beautiful. Now I'm even more bummed about the wet set. So this is Santorini. Like, this is so gorgeous. Imagine this anywhere. Your face, your shoulders, your collarbone. And it comes as a loose powder, so it'd be so easy to mix in with like an oil or something for your body. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So Santorini, Tahiti has rose gold. It's like pure rose gold. You know, that's icy, that's rose gold. And then Fiji has hints of like a bronze, rosy bronze is more what I would describe it as. These are unbelievable. And these would so double as amazing eyeshadows. Like, I'm in love with the highlights. In love. All right, now the Take Me On Vacation. Oh my goodness, eyeshadow palette. All right, there are major inconsistencies in this. When I was swatching, some of them were like jiggling. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling. It's still the medication. It's like a medication hangover when you have that kind of a migraine and that type of painkillers. I'm so sorry, you guys, but they were moving back and forth while I was swatching it. Some were chunking up. Some swatched very patchy and dry. Some swatched so creamy and beautiful. Like, this formula is all over the place as far as to the touch. Some mattes are creamy, some are dry. Some of the metallics are super creamy, some are chunky. So I have no idea what happened with this one, because I have been loving everything from Kylie's, like, since that peach palette. The peach palette was awesome. This, her highlights, her blush, her collab with the Cocoa, I can't even remember what it is off the top of my head, but everything has been so good. And swatching this has not been impressive. We'll see how it performs, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So the first row is from the lilac up to here, the dark chocolate. And getting some of these mattes to swatch out for you guys was like I had to go in and go in and go in and go in. It was not an easy step. So I need to hold the palette because I can't see the little writing. This is called First Class. Then we have Summer 17. That's a really pretty metallic, but I feel like it's not going to have full opacity. I don't know how it will build. Pina Colada. I really don't like that yellow shade. That's kind of like pukey, baby pukey, diarrhea yellow to me. It's the only shade I truly don't like. Not talking formula, but the color I don't like. Then we have Starfish. Island Girl. I think that is such a pretty blue. I would do Island Girl for sure if I hadn't just done the blue with the Jaclyn Hill palette. Then Sail Away. I really love this one. This is gorgeous. Aloha. This is a really pretty coral pink. And then Palm Tree, which was very, very patchy. I mean, you guys can see the streak in there. It was just so hard to get in. And a lot of these were wiggling in the palette itself. Then we have Sea Breeze. Like, the transition colors are all really nice. I just can't get over the inconsistencies in the formula. Coconut. Paradise, which has some metallic to it, but again, not impressive. Oh my goodness. Paradise. I like this purple, but it was very, very chalky. Sorry guys, the writing is just so small. On the Rocks, this one is a nice copper, but I don't know about the opacity. Sunset, no. Okay, that was Sunset. That was On the Rocks. Sunset, Spray Tan, Luxury, and Surfboard. Okay, I'm going to put this down because you guys don't really care about the shade names, I'm sure. But this one, I went at it so many times and I couldn't even get a swatch for you. It was unbelievable. And this one is supposed to be metallic, like a chocolate metallic with almost like a purple shift in there when you really look at it up close. And the payoff isn't in there either. Like, I am really disappointed in this palette. And I have not been this disappointed in an eyeshadow palette in a long time. It is based on swatches. It could perform really well. But so far, I mean, I would spend your money on a different palette if you guys couldn't get it and you're so devastated the way I am over not being able to get the wet set. Guys, I really, truly think there are way better options. This one is, I don't know. I'm going to go prep and prime my eyes and then we are about to find out. Alright, I'm going to go for a darker look today and switch it up because I just always keep trying to keep looks fresh for you guys. But if anybody ordered this palette, feel free to leave requests and, you know, I'll fulfill them as I can, as I have so many requests, they're all written down, and then when new palettes come, like I told you guys, I'll do new palette first, so that way you guys know whether or not it's worth buying, and then cycle back to requests again, so feel free to always leave a request. Now, I am going to start off with my Kyshadow E31 before I scaled my brush down to try out Kylie's. I am so sorry, you guys. The medication hangover mixed with still having a headache from yesterday and then my antihistamines. I am a hot mess. Alright, I'm going to start with this transition shade on my Kyshadow E31. Here there is powder kickback. Not a ton of it so far, but there is some kickback. So that's the first matte. and just start building the crease and above. Now I'm going to take the next transition shade and do the same thing with my Whoa! Carity E31. Look what just happened. And I barely touched that. It went everywhere. I don't mind kickback, but like, jeez. This is patchy too, like it's not blending nicely. It's like grabbing. You guys, this is terrible. I'm not kidding. This is probably the hardest shadow I have ever had to blend out. I am so disappointed in this. Now I'm going to take this purple shade. I'm actually going to use Kylie's brush and give this one a shot against my better judgment at this point. Guys, this is unacceptable. Like, look at this. I have barely touched it. And that's what I got for kickback without the brush even picking anything up. This, all it's doing is like breaking the eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. All I'm trying to do is coat this. I'm tapping at it so lightly. Look at that purple. I told you guys, these are so dry. And I know people are going to ask about the smell because some people had scent issues with their peach palette, and I don't have any issues with the smell in this palette. I didn't with my peach either. This one is just performing horribly and thrown together so cheaply at such a high price point. Guys, do not waste your money. I wish I could return this, and they don't accept returns. I would send this back in a heartbeat. I want my money back. This is awful. This is very scratchy. Oh. All right, I'm going to use a Sigma E35. It's still a fluffy brush. I can't do even her brush. It's fluffy and it looks great, but it is just so scratchy on the eye. I want to take this shade and put that all over my lid. I'm going to take my MAC 242 brush, coat this baby well. So disappointed. I really hope that this performs, or oh my gosh. Milani her up. And let's see what this does. Like, that is so not full opaque at all. And that's not blinding. It's just like blah. Oh my gosh. That took so many coats of going in and going in and going in. See, this one's so metallic that you can't, there, look at that. Like, Alright, well, I'm gonna go line, do my face, and come back on camera to apply the highlight so we can see how it performs together. And I'm sure once I do a lot, like lining and lashes and all of that, it will come together and look okay. But the amount of work that went in with 4 shadows, was it 4? 4 shadows was ridiculous. It should never take this long to pull off a look with 4 shadows. And the amount of kickback, how much product needed to be used, how much blending, like, I am just floored at how awful this is. Floored. But I will see you guys when it is time to highlight. Alright, I know now is usually when I come on camera to tell you guys what I've done in my face, and my bakeage is usually gone, but I had a loving fawn ask me how I blend out my blush to make it look more natural, so I thought I may as well demo the blush as well, since I'm going to be demoing highlight anyway. And so I quickly want to say this lip topper is so pretty. First, I put my Dose of Colors liquid lip in the color Stone on, because this is just like literally my favorite color liquid lip I own. It is like the most perfect nude rose. I'm like obsessed. But then I took Glitz over top. This is so moisturizing. You can really build it up. But if you really build it up with a liquid lip, then it starts transferring to the teeth a little bit more. I noticed that, so I had to kind of blot it off a little bit. And now it's not transferring at all. But if you don't do a liquid lip and you do it over like a lipstick or on its own, you're not going to have that kind of big transfer issue. But this isn't sticky. It's so moisturizing. It feels great. This is a really big win. I also used, I did not put anything new to the test because my headache is coming back strong. I actually had to go take a T3, so I'm sorry if I'm going to be extra all over the place. I'm just trying to get through this video. I'm in really rough shape, you guys. So I have like so much from Ulta to try out for you from Lottie London and Note, so hopefully I can put that to the test for you guys in tomorrow's video. So today I just threw on my Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Camouflage makeup in 1 and 3 Creamy Vanilla. Remember, everything will always be listed down below as well. I set my face using my Physicians Formula Cover Tox 10 Wrinkle Therapy Face Powder. This is one of my favorites. I used my Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. I went for a very bold, dramatic wing because I'm just really unimpressed with this palette. I so don't recommend it. It needed like boldness brought back in, which is also why I went for my Elegance lashes in Bombshell. I didn't switch it up because I just needed something bold and dramatic, because I so don't recommend the palette. But topper's amazing, and so far the swatch of the highlight is amazing. And then I used my Marc Jacobs Tastic Omega Bronze for my bronzer, this baby. And my Tarte Tarte Shape Tape for concealer, my normal Urban Decay Naked Skin color corrector and peach and all of that. But like I said, all that kind of stuff will be listed down below. So in the spirit of keeping with Kylie, I thought I would use one of the blushes that I have from her, because I have 4 of her shades. This is Barely Legal. It looks like this, in case you guys have not seen it, but chances are you have. So I'm going to grab my mirror. Now, with blush, it makes a really big difference on the type of blush brush that you have. I was like ride or die hardcore for the Morphe E4 for the longest time, and I have switched out from all Morphe brushes because there's just been way too many issues now. This one I bought over a year ago and I didn't have issues with it, but then I bought this It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Flawless brush, and it is so much softer and so much more blendable, but this one is still really great. But I haven't tested out the new one that I had bought for a backup if there's shedding fallout, and I'm just staying away from Morphe brushes altogether now. But the brush that you have does make a big difference, and that one is amazing if they haven't changed it. I don't know though, because everything I've purchased like in the last 2 months, I've had major issues with their brushes. So I use this now for my blush, and what I always do is you want to get it coated well, And Kylie blushes, for some reason, are sometimes hard to pick up. I don't know why, but they have like almost a waxy, like it's really hard to get any kind of color payoff. So I'm going in this pretty hard to get some color, but you don't usually do that. Just enough to see that my brush is now coated. And then I will tap it just to make sure. And then I always start back here instead of on the apples. So if there is too much blush, the too much blush is in the back, and then I move forward. And see how this brush like hugs the cheek? So then at this point, now that you have that nice blend, you can then build up your color intensity to where you would like it to be. And then to balance out your blush, you actually want to take a little bit and just kind of dab it along your forehead. You don't want the same intensity that you have on your cheeks anywhere else, but you do want to bring in a little bit on your forehead, your chin. Oh, it is transferring. And a little bit on your nose. This one's so light though, I'm gonna go back in. And now I'm gonna kick away my bake. I'm gonna try out one of my new aquarium brushes that I picked up. Look at that! In case you guys missed my lime crime video. I haven't used this yet. Let's see. This is so fun. Alright, so these lip toppers do not work over liquid lips at all. Oh my god. This brush is amazing. This is so soft. I was having such a hard time deciding on whether or not to use it because it's so pretty too, but this is way too fun. It has to be used. Alright, so now we're going to highlight. Where did I put it? Here we go. I'm going to use Santorini because we did go more icy. This is unbelievable. Alright, so these lip toppers are not what's up with a liquid lip. Like, at all. Oh my god. Alright, so taking Santorini, I'm going to pour some into the cap. This comes out, like when you shake it to get a little bit in the cap, so much comes out. So just beware of that because normally that is not the case. And it's a loose highlight, so this is going to be a little bit trickier to work with as well. I'm going to take my Anastasia A23 brush. Oh my god, that's a lot. Yes, these are going to be really tricky to work with for face highlights. Just a little bit more time consuming, that's all. And then powder ones like this, loose powder, are usually easier to actually spray and then go in. Wow. See, that is beautiful. Oh, I so want the wet set. Look at that glow. That is so pretty. Oh my god, these are insanely pigmented. Holy crap. And I barely touched the powder. Yeah, these show off texture like crazy. And TMI, it is that time of the month, so I'm having some issues. So you're going to want to stay away from using this highlight if you have texture or breakouts. That is for sure. Wow. Now I'm going to take my MAC 221 brush and dip that back into the highlight. Oh my gosh. Milani her up and go under the brow bone. I would not ordinarily bring it this far down. I would usually leave it just as a brow bone highlight and not like part of the eyeshadow. But I just feel like this needs as much help as it can get. See, even with wetting it, look how much fallout there is from the eyes. So let me see if that just brushes away. It does not. Nope. All right, so mixed feelings about this highlight because it is beautiful and blinding. It's finicky to work with, which I already knew it would be because that's just how powder highlights are. But the fallout, I'm not impressed with. That is something like, oh my gosh, Artist Couture, for instance. I've never had this much fallout working with that loose powder. So this is like just not great. I mean, the lip topper is nice, but it can't go over a liquid lip. The highlighter is very, very pretty, but super finicky and very time consuming to work with and has fallout. And the eyeshadow palette just plain sucks. But we are about to finish up the lower lash line. Oh my gosh. So taking the first transition shade, Emma Itty Bitty BH Cosmetics brush, I'm going to smoke that beneath the lower lash line. Now taking this shade on my same BH Cosmetics brush, I'm going to smoke that one beneath the lower lash line. My gosh, the kickback is so bad. Now taking the purple on my same BH Cosmetics brush, smoke that one beneath the lower lash line. Guys, I'm so disappointed in this palette. I can't even begin to tell you, it's so bad. Now taking that shade on a MAC 212 brush, coat this baby as best as I can. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Milani her up. Alright, I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lash line, go get dressed, do my hair, and I will be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know that this one was a major bummer of a video, but I really hope that I could at least help save you guys some money if you were considering buying this, or ease your minds if you were so bummed out that you couldn't afford the palette or it sold out on you before you could get the palette, because it is the biggest waste of money ever. And like I said, because she doesn't accept returns, I might be done with Kylie Cosmetics now because this is just so bad. So I don't know, she'll have to come up with something like that looks mind-blowingly amazing for me to buy from her again. So that's where I'm at, and yeah, that's it. So please give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful for you guys. Please share it to anybody you know who may be wanting to buy this, because it's just so bad and such a waste of money, and then you're just stuck with it. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed already. I'm so bummed. I hate doing bad reviews. I'm so sorry, you guys, to leave on a bad note. But thanks again for watching. I love you guys so much. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I really, truly love all of you, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.